Climate change's global impact is a continuing crisis that affects us all. Climate change's effects can already be seen around the world, from rising sea levels and more frequent and severe weather events to biodiversity loss and increased poverty and displacement. In this video, we'll look at the causes and effects of climate change, as well as what we can do to address this pressing issue. Causes of climate change. To comprehend the consequences of climate change, we must first comprehend its primary causes. The overwhelming scientific consensus is that human activity is the primary cause of climate change. Specifically the use of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial agriculture. These activities emit large amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide and methane, trapping heat and raising the planet's temperature. The world's reliance on coal-fired power plants, for example, is a major contributor to climate change. Each year, the burning of coal for electricity in the United States produces approximately 1.7 billion metric tons of CO2. Deforestation is another major contributor to climate change, accounting for approximately 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation not only reduces the amount of CO2 absorbed by trees, but it also releases carbon that has been stored in the trees and soil. Impact of climate change. Climate change has far-reaching consequences that can be seen in many different aspects of our lives. Rising sea levels, for example, pose a threat to coastal cities and island nations. Tuvalu, for example, has been dealing with rising sea levels and an increase in the frequency of storm surges, which have caused flooding and damage to homes and infrastructure. Coastal cities in the United States, such as Miami and New York City, are already feeling the effects of sea level rise, with flooding becoming more frequent and severe. Climate change is also causing a decline in biodiversity by destroying habitats and pushing species out of the natural ranges. Warming waters and ocean acidification, for example, are threatening Australia's Great Barrier Reef, the largest living structure on Earth and home to thousands of species of marine life. In the last 30 years, the reef has lost half of its coral, and scientists predict that it will disappear entirely within the next few decades. Furthermore, the economic and social consequences of climate change can be devastating, leading to increased poverty and population displacement. Climate change, for example, is causing droughts, floods, and other extreme weather events in sub-Saharan Africa, where millions of people rely on agriculture for a living, leading to crop failure and food insecurity. Efforts to address climate change. Climate change mitigation efforts are underway all over the world. The Paris Agreement, signed in 2015 by nearly 200 countries, aims to keep global warming well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and to pursue efforts to keep it below 1.5 degrees Celsius. The Green New Deal proposes sweeping policies in the United States to address both climate change and economic inequality. However, implementing these initiatives faces numerous challenges, including political opposition, a lack of funding, and the difficulty of changing established systems. What individuals can do. While global efforts are critical in addressing climate change, individuals can make a difference as well. Driving less, eating a plant-based diet, and using energy-efficient appliances, for example, can all help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Supporting renewable energy and advocating for climate policies are also effective ways to make your voice heard and influence change. Individuals can also help reduce emissions and increase sustainability in their communities by supporting local initiatives. Participating in community cleanup efforts, supporting local farmers and sustainable businesses, and advocating for public transportation and bike-friendly infrastructure are all examples of this. It's critical to remember that every action, no matter how small, counts in the fight against climate change. We can help to create a more sustainable future for ourselves and future generations by making changes in our own lives and supporting global efforts to address climate change. To summarize, the global impact of climate change is a complex and pressing issue that affects all of us. Climate change's effects can be seen all over the world, from rising sea levels and biodiversity loss to economic and social consequences. While efforts to combat climate change are underway, it is up to each and every one of us to take action and make a difference. We can help to create a more sustainable future for ourselves and the planet by reducing our carbon footprint, supporting renewable energy and climate policies, and taking action in our communities. Thank you for watching this video about the global impact of climate change. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Together, we can make a difference in the fight against climate change.